The Empire of Brymor spanned from coast to coast of the Dragonside continent, conquered and reigned over by the wizard king Zerindast the Great. But it was near the end of his long 200-year reign that he grew to think that none of his 10 sons could hold his hard-won empire together after his passing. Instead, he would find a strong heir on his own terms, and to do so, he created the Royal Labyrinth of Worthy Succession, a grand and deadly dungeon. Many adventurers, both heroic and villainous alike, tried to best it, and all fell short. Now, it has been 500 years since its completion, and the throne of Brymor remains empty, but the Mad King's challenge remains. Let the one who exits this fell keep with the scepter of royal might be declared true and rightful ruler of Brymor and all its vassal kingdoms. Still, no one has been able to conquer it, yet.
Mahogany.
I already said this. I already did this.
Jeff. Breaks.
Did Jeff just meow?
I think he did. Or Zoom cut off a really important vowel or word.
I was trying to do the that Mahogany did earlier.
But all we got was the high-pitched middle of it. And Terrence.
Wee, like the kitty cat.
All the way home, the piggies went.
No, like the kitty cat. The kitty cat with the wee. This is a cute kitty cat. Never mind. It was a viral video that apparently missed you.
The wee for me was a little piggy went all the way home.
You know, I thought that when it said this little piggy went to market, that the pig went shopping.
So did I.
Mm-hmm.
And
I didn't
keep it. Let's keep it that way.
I never realized that he went to market.
Yeah, this little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little
Papa,
piggy.
Where'd the little piggy go?
What market did he go to? Was it the great markets of Britain?
No,
The great market in the sky. Where he became cold cuts.
It was the stock market. He is now a day trader.
Oh, well, good for that asshole.
Yeah, according to Robert
Get to
Downey
ring
Jr.
the bell, Papa.
Speaking of the stock market, that reminds me of Robert Downey Jr. went to the floor of the stock market back in the 80s. And he was just like flabbergasted. He's like, that is the lowest common denominator of low IQ, high ego jackasses I've ever seen. And like he blasted those guys for like a minute.
And that's coming from a hard drug using alcoholic. Like we all are.
Hey,
Okay,
not anymore.
I haven't done hard drugs in
Hours.
it's been a while.
What do you consider a
Summer
hard
of
drug?
76.
No.
LSD.
Mm.
I thought you were like ayahuasca. Is that not a hard drug? You love talking about it.
I mean, even that was years ago at this point, right?
Yeah. And that's a plant medicine, so fuck you.
Advil.
So is opium, you shit.
Yeah, it is. Did I put opium on my hard drug list? No, I didn't. Have I done opium?
Poppy seed lemon fucking muffins. I know what you're about.
I did opium one time back when I lived in Atlanta because I didn't know what was in the pipe they handed me.
Like
They said opium to make you feel better because they knew if they said meth, you'd freak out.
When I was in Atlanta, I was a fucking street freak. I would do anything anybody put in front of me.
how are you also in a religious cult?
This was pre-religious cult. This is what led me to the religious cult because I was just trying to find myself. And I met a guy that was in my art school at the bus stop, and he's like, hey, I'm going to light this joint up while we wait on the bus. And I was like, that's dope. Okay. He's like, here, hold your hand out. And he just handed me a handful of weed. I'm like, dude, I can't do anything with this. I live with my parents. I don't have a pipe. I don't have papers. He's like, well, come over to my house and we'll do drugs. And I was like, cool. Not cool.
I've never seen somebody's life take such a swerve by misinterpreting someone hitting on you.
I know, right?
That guy clearly wanted to fuck you.
Or he wanted to watch me fuck his fiance.
Same thing.
Yeah. I mean,
he wanted to see your cock doing something.
I think he might have after that night that I was over there. I don't know. I remember thinking that the lines on a football field were a sprinkler that were about to get me wet.
What? Anyway,
dude, I was fucked.
So Jeff, did you have a chance to look at the Kung Fury 2 sizzle reel leak?
What?
That's kind of the expected answer I thought we were going to get.
That's a bunch of sounds you just said.
You don't remember Kung Fury, the kind of like 30-minute mini movie with like all extremely like 80s coded crazy kung fu action. He fights Hitler. He's a kung fu cop.
No.
He's Triceracop.
Jeff, do you remember a Triceratops shooting people in the dick?
Barely. I thought we watched it over at your house.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
There's a sequel.
I think the tagline was a clusterfuck of 80s action.
No, I just remember specifically Thor going, hey, there's a Triceratops shooting somebody in the dick.
Let's watch that instead of play a game. And then Jeff blacked out for 20 minutes until we were done.
Jeff blacked out with rage.
I think it's more like he just compartmentalizes. He shuts down all of like the external sensors and he just goes into his own mindscape and starts building a new character.
The Jeff Mind Palace.
Pull up that cartoon. Show that cartoon. We drew that.
What happened? What?
Jeff in his mind palace.
That cartoon.
Yeah.
Look it up on our video.
You can find it on our shorts.
Yeah.
You can find them if you so choose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so apparently that conversation was a non-starter. I guess we're going to have to actually play the role-playing game that we're here for, which is called That Time I Raided the Unconquerable Mega Dungeon.
Musical sting.
I add it later. You don't have to do it yourself.
I'm like Hayden Christensen when he's playing Anakin Skywalker. I do the lightsaber noises.
Yeah, that's the CGI out his mouth moving. Swong, swong, swong.
Hayden, we add those in post. I don't care.
Oh, get the Henry Cavill mustache team in here. We got some CGI work to do.
Cavill mustache. I don't know if that reference will ever go out of date, but you know, I enjoy it while we have it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I appreciate the fact that he had to grow that stellar mustache for the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Is that what that was for?
That's what that was for.
I've never seen it.
He's got a phenomenal mustache. Magnificent, one would say.
He looks like a guy that can grow a great mustache.
I mean, he looks like a guy who could just look good with any kind of facial hair.
You know, I mean, obviously. It's just...
Here's a slight starter. Sorry, Jeff. Frakes, have you seen Thunderbolts?
No.
You're in it.
Am I?
This is the Red Captain. What's his name?
The Red Guardian.
Red Guardian.
Yeah.
He's basically you.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Go see it.
Adorable.
Wait for the first post-credit scene, and then you'll know why we think that's you.
Is he just sitting in a dark house in a recliner watching cartoons?
No, he's out. Spoilers. Post-credit scene. He's in a grocery store, and their team is on a Wheaties box, and he's trying to convince a woman he doesn't know to buy the Wheaties because he's on the box. She doesn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, I don't care how famous the person is on the box of Wheaties. I'm never going to eat goddamn Wheaties.
I still don't want Wheaties.
Plain flakes, delish.
Like, give us a Russian accent for your next character.
I mean, we will already hear the Russian accent.
Yeah, you're that
in our
guy.
first show.
That's you. You're that guy.
See, now you're Dollar Tree David Harbour. Congratulations.
Fuck yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, he was Hellboy.
Yeah, he was. He was
a Hellboy.
he was a Hellboy in one of the good Hellboys.
What's the bad one?
Golden Army.
Eat shit. I like Golden
I
Army.
heard that one too.
Wasn't as good as the original Hellboy,
Oh, but
and it wasn't as good as the one where he fought the Baba Yaga.
that's the David Harbour one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was not as good as the first one, and it wasn't as good as the last one, so that makes it the worst one.
Well, that's
All right,
not the
hold
last
on,
one. There's a
hold on.
newer one on Hulu.
Like, hot take, they're all pretty good, I'm guessing.
I did like the elf princess spear. That was dope. I did not like the German guy, ectoplasmic fella.
Oh, that's because it was Seth MacFarlane. He's easy to not like.
It was the jokes that they were making around his accent that just kind of made me go, oh.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the humor in the second one. That was the very
Trash.
beginning with the. It was like the Scooby-Doo scene happening behind them as they're taking the tour, and like different aliens and stuff are floating from room to room, and that was like, ooh, this is too slapsticky for me. But then they went to the market, the underground market, and I thought that was pretty
Yep.
cool.
The troll market. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty dope.
That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. That's like what every game Changeling the whatever should be like.
Mm.
Oh, the World of Darkness Fey folk.
Yeah,
game.
the World of Darkness game. I forget what the fuck it was called. Changeling the something. They're all like Monster the something.
Is it not White Wolf anymore?
No.
Mm.
White Wolf lost their publishing privileges when they started including too many neo-Nazi references.
Oh. Okay.
But I mean, all they did was have a vampire group that was a neo-Nazi biker gang.
You know.
Like there are.
Point is, like, the World of Darkness shit has changed hands like 10 times in the last 20 years. Like, I don't know who
It's changed hands 10 times since I've played it then, because that was like 25 years ago last time I played.
It's such a great system, though.
Yeah, I remember liking the setting. I wasn't smart enough to know the difference of systems, so I can't say the system was great. But I did like that it was the mage.
If you like the Shadowrun system, it's the same system with a different die.
Yeah, it's D10s instead of D6s. Now, speaking of systems, Exalted, I really enjoyed, which is also World of Darkness team. They used to be White Wolf, but they're not anymore. But they had quintessence resource expenditures involved in it too. So you had a pool of quintessence points that you would spend to do your special powers, which was really fun.
I believe you.
We had bags full of glass beads that we counted out our quintessence in and shuffled them into the center of the table. I was
trying to end this description with the I believe you, but you kept going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because fuck you. I want to keep talking about it.
Your bag also full of pogs.
No, I never had pogs. Just the ice and glass beads.
I had some pogs. I'm not gonna lie. I bought into the pogs because I was a moron.
Mm-hmm. I had the bag that had the pogs in it, and then the magic card counters. You had your little for your magic back then. You had your little crystals for health. You put out. And some dice for my vampire weekends.
Vampire Weekends. That's like a band name.
Yeah. Oh, but back then I kept all of my dice and my flat glass beads and pencils and all that shit in my Scooby-Doo lunchbox because that's the type of dork I was.
Was it a plastic or metal Scooby-Doo lunchbox?
Metal.
Oh, okay. Well, I kind of wish you'd hung on to that shit.
Me too.
That sounds good.
It was the Mystery Machine.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Anyway, we were playing a game, I believe.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm missing.
Unless, Jeff, you would like to talk about what was in your lunchbox in school.
Tell us of your quintessence.
I'm guessing Jeff's lunchbox had ham sandwiches. Ah.
Baloney.
Oh, the poor man's ham.
I will accept bologna as long as it had both mustard, American cheese, and barbecue potato chips on it.
Nope.
No beach sandwiches? That's bullshit.
What was on your bologna sandwich, Jeff? Now I'm curious.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Cheese, mayonnaise, and mustard.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were about to say ketchup for a second.
No.
Ugh, ketchup on a bologna sandwich?
My
What's
cousin.
I saw a video where a guy in Florida was at a Waffle House putting ketchup on like his grits. And the guy across from him was like from New York, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh man, here in the South, we all put ketchup on our grits." And every comment was like, "No, we don't. That's just your weird family thing. We don't do that down here."
Okay, full disclosure, I did put ketchup on my grits when I was 6.
Oh,
I've only done it when I was having salmon patties. Grits, salmon patties, and ketchup with salmon patties.
I don't like anything you just said.
My mom used to make the shit out of salmon patties. Salmon patties. It's just like, I don't know what prompted that particular like culinary fetish for her, but like
We had it too.
we had it
I
so
hated
many
them.
times.
I hated myself. It's like, why ruin breakfast?
No,
Why ruin a
but
breakfast food with putting salmon patties in it?
salmon croquettes, if they're made right, are delicious.
I've never been able to make them right, apparently.
Yeah, but see,
Yeah,
magic thing
my
is you said
grandma's the only one
croquettes.
who made them correctly.
I'd just rather have eggs, bacon, sausage mixed into my grits and just enjoy it. And cheese.
Delicious.
What that little pause? You were like eggs, bacon, sausage, and your brain went, "That's it. You're done." You're like, "No, there's more."
No.
Grits.
There's cat head biscuit. You gotta have cat head biscuit. Big ass biscuit.
Mm.
I don't mind biscuits too, but it's like, why ruin a breakfast is breakfast. I don't care. I can eat breakfast 3 times a day.
And I will eat. Fuck you, world.
I might have
breakfast
3
is one of the
breakfasts.
better meals.
No.
You know what I've eaten for the last 3 meals? You'll never guess.
Pizza.
Nope.
I'm not guessing. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go through the list of all the known foods that you might have eaten.
Our deeds.
Fine. I'll reveal my secret.
Beans straight out the can under a bridge.
Starting at lunch yesterday, Jesse and I decided to try out the new gas station, the Quick Trip, because it's the only place in town with a roller dog.
Y'all got a fucking Quick Trip now?
Yes. So we've had roller dog stuff for fucking 3 meals.
Yeah.
Oh, and they have amazing donuts there, by the way. Also, they have like fucking 12, like 14 flavors of slushy.
Yeah. Quick Trips are dope. They got Red Bull slushy. Well, Rooster Booster slushies.
Oh, is that what that is basically?
Yeah, it's just
I got one.
it's a Red Bull.
But yeah, like I that's like the only thing that drew me into a gas station for food was that they had like a roller dog station, and it's
That's the hot dogs on the rollers that stay hot for hours, right?
yes.
Yeah.
I don't care that you think it's gross. I love them.
I don't think it's gross. I know it's gross.
Exactly.
So the fact that you've had it for 3 meals.
No, that's why you feel like shit right now.
No, I feel like shit for different reasons because it is Mother's Day and yada yada yada. I'm incredibly sad. But beyond that, no, we had we tried their roller dogs. We tried their delicious donuts, their slushies. Jesse had one of their it's like a bag of Doritos but with a flat bottom, and you take it over to the hot dog station and you like pour chili and cheese in it and mixed it around. I guess it's a walking taco, I guess is what you call it, but whatever.
Where the fuck is the Quick Trip located?
It is by the
interstate.
The Walmart Interstate or
The
the
Walmart interstate.
Walmart Interstate.
Huh.
Man,
Right.
just really talking about how great this town is. Oh, there's a quick trip next to the Walmart.
I
Across
don't
from it.
care. I don't care. I just wanted some decent gas station food in Walthboro instead of having to go out of town for it. And I'm using the metric of gas station food, not actual food.
Yeah.
The quick trip is almost directly across from the Southern Inn, which parking lot features a Waffle House and
Across the street, a Huddle House.
a Waffle House across the street.
It also has another motel right beside.
Yeah. A Thunderbird Inn.
Mm.
Anyway,
And that's Walterboro.
Yeah, pretty much everything you want in Waltboro is right there near exit 53. So if you're traveling on 95, please stop there and nowhere else. Don't go into town. You will be disappointed.
yeah, beyond that, you'll see gas station, fireworks stand, hotel, motel, gas station, fireworks stand, cookout.
You forgot church.
Yeah.
Don't forget the gun store.
Oh yeah, we have a gun store.
We do have a gun store.
So we went
Two
and,
gun stores.
we went and pilfered
So you could
Dad's.
say, let's not go to that gun store. Let's go to the good one.
Let's go to the good one.
I don't like the targets they have here. I want the targets that's Obama's face.
Oh. I know they sell those.
Of course they sell those. It's a Walterboro gun store.
Why even care? Like Obama hasn't been president in literal 12 years.
Because of the effrontery.
That's like going home and beating up your Jimmy Carter body pillow. Like, oh yeah.
It's not, the way you beat a pillow up doesn't sound violent at all.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like what you're doing is beating that pillow up.
Yeah. Take it,
Yeah, Jimmy, take that.
It sounds like you had a different intention for that Jimmy Carter body pillow.
Well, you know, I got a lot of malaise to work out.
A Pringles can with some sponges stuffed in it.
Anyway, okay, we're doing a game. We're running a role playing game, as it turns out.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I see.
When last we left off, you guys had gone down about 60 feet down the chasm, the pit that is level 2 of the dungeon, and entered a series of caves that were into the wall. There you fought a number of oozes, spiders, and whatnot. When we last left off, Belgrup had recently come into a very tiny, narrow space where he pulled the lever, got some treasure, and everybody heard a loud metal ka-chunk echoing from the bottom of the pit through the halls of the narrow chasms that you're exploring.
Oh, that's right. Lower.
And but after that, he brought out some treasure items that he gotten, and we all know about what those were. So I'm not going to recover it again. It's basically some gems. You got the golden goblin statuette that you found, a number of victory tokens, and basically you have cleared that area. There's nothing else to explore. You can find no other avenues other than back out the way you came.
So sorry. He said, I'm not going to go into that again. It's 20 gold gems. 6. I'm not going to describe that. Here's a description.
I have been drinking quite a lot today.
Hello.
Do you happen to know where my token is?
I don't know because it's a different map. You got the.
And he told you to put a token in there.
Yeah, I asked you to. I asked you to put a token into the map before we started because I'm all about planning ahead. You know.
I only know that because I just had to do it myself.
But since we're all looking at that map, let's talk about the map. When you guys get back to the exit of the area that you're in, the little ledge that pokes out over the remainder of the pit, 240 feet down. Those of you with dark vision see little else but darkness on the walls of the pit. And so you're going to have to basically try and find out what's going on via other means. So what are you doing?
Spotlighting down.
What's that?
I spotlight down.
How far does your spotlight reach?
It goes down 120 feet.
Okay, then I'm not
Hold
gonna
on.
make it. I'm not gonna make you do a search for this. You angle your spotlight from the cliff's edge along the interior of the pit.
So hold on. It's 60-foot regular light and then 60-foot dim light.
Okay. At the extreme edge of your dim light, on one of the passes, you see that there is another cave entrance in the pit, about 90 feet down from where you are.
I'll pinpoint it and let everybody know.
And if you can see from the map here, it's almost directly opposite from where you would be standing. So you see that yellow X I made?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's basically the point of egress from the original cave you went in, and you can see on the other side the ledge for the other cave entrance further down below, about 90 feet.
You want me to do the same thing I did last time and take my climbing kit and set up a little rope lattice so that y'all can ease on over to there? I'll have to climb out around the outside of the pit, right? Like it's opposite side of where we are now. That's where the opening is.
Yes, but also 90 feet down.
That's the only way to get over there.
Mm-hmm. How much rope do you guys have, incidentally? I know you were able to weave together
have
another 50 feet.
Yeah, we each have at least 50 feet of rope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've got 100 myself.
I have 100 also because I had 50 foot from the climbing pack and then probably an extra 50 foot of rope.
Same.
All right,
So we've
we
got
rope for
200.
days.
We have 350.
You got quite a bit of rope. Okay, cool.
And a
Who's
grappling gun with 100 feet cord on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, maybe you want to shoot your grapple out there, and we can tie a rope to the end of it and work that way. Or I can just climb around the inside. I'm pretty confident in my climbing skills.
Okay.
I mean, is there anything over there for the grapple to hook to?
Not really. It's just a sort of a shallow ledge jutting out of a hole in the side of the pit. Now, like I said, the pit is climbable freehand, but like it's not smooth or anything. Like you could climb it if you had the inclination and skill.
Maybe we could just do that. We tie ourselves together, two of us with climbing kits on the front and in the back, and we just work our way around as a group so we don't get separated like the last time when we got swarmed by them spiders.
As long as I'm not someone doing the climbing.
I can just strap you to my back if necessary.
Okay.
We got plenty of rope to tie you to me.
I was pretty forgiving on the climb checks to start with, but we're going to do it a little bit more rigorously now that it's a much further distance.
That's another reason that I think we should just kind of do it tied together, like actual rock climbers do, so that there's, redundancies. If somebody were to slip, they don't immediately plunge to their death.
Yeah, I don't want to fall. I'm also small and weak.
Mm-hmm. I'll just keep you with me. I'll tie you up with some shibari rope and lash you to my back like a backpack.
Okay.
All right. Well, okay. Rallo lashes Belgrup to his back for the climb. Belgrup and Rallo, what are you guys doing from there? Like, are you going to rappel down and try to swing across, or try to climb across the wall closer towards like the circumference of the pit towards the entrance? Like, how are you going to do this? Like, what are you setting up here?
I've got a dozen pythons, a hammer, sets of crampons. And I figure I would just attach myself to the wall, moving half as quickly as usual, around the inside of the pit.
BC 5 climb check.
To prevent a critical fail.
Yeah.
When you critically fail, to prevent a fall.
I mean, why don't we just go around like we did last time and then go down?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd go around and then.
But I don't think there's a ledge all the way around that we can walk around this time, though, right? Because we're
No, you guys are in the pit,
You'd have to go all the way back to the very top.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
which is optional for you. You can go and set up your pythons from the top, but then it would be 150 feet down.
I think it'd be easier just to set pythons along.
Yeah.
And then we just use handholds and footholds that are in the rock.
Sure.
to get over there.
All right, who's going to be the brave soul that goes and sets the first python along about the halfway route?
I can do it.
Okay.
Belgrip, do you want to go with me now, or do you want me to come back for you?
Oh, I have an upset stomach. You should probably come back.
Oh, yeah, I don't want you puking on my shoulder.
like a baby with throw up.
27 athletics check.
All right,
I keep the
Rallo,
rest of the
28
party
with
a
my-
knowing look that I was not going to go on the suicide first run hanging on his back.
all right, Rallo, you begin to freehand climb, basically.
Yep, like a monkey.
Okay,
Like
you
a
begin to
spider monkey.
freehand climb both across the wall and downward as you go. You get about 20 feet, and I'll mark a spot for you. You get to about here, about 20 feet down, without any interruptions or you can hold on. You can raise the size of your. There you go.
I will drive a python in there and run my rope through it.
All right. Now I assume you left the end of the rope over there with the other team.
Yep.
Okay.
I've got the one end that I'm running through the pythons in my teeth.
Okay. Are you going to continue to climb around? Or are you going to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm making the pathway for everybody. I am finding the path.
All right. Are you going? And just trying to circle around before you guys drop down, or are you going to continue to go lower?
I am going lower as I circle around like a spiral.
All right. Give me another check, please.
16.
16.
17 with my climbing kit. Sorry, I forgot
Okay.
about the +1.
Yep. You move further down and around the area. You are unable to get quite as far as last time, but you get a little bit more around the edge of the cliff, and you see you're about 15 feet from the area above the ledge to the next cavern. But still, let's see, 20. You're still about 65 feet up from where you are right now.
Oh, so, okay. We started at the X. I thought I was going toward the X.
So did I until just now.
Put another python in.
Start at the LX, you're going towards the little edge there, you see?
Yep, I see. I'm going down here to the gray outcropping.
Gotcha.
Drive another python in. Run my rope through it.
Okay.
And this is lower as well. And then continue forward.
All right.
Oh, 18. And I was wrong. The last one was a 16, not a 17, because I do not have an extreme climbing kit like we discovered last time. So no +1 to this, just an 18.
All right. Belgrip, you climb around and Rallo, you climb around and down further, getting just above the cliff, about 45 feet down. So you have created a space where people can go down across from your various pitons around the cliff edge or the cliff wall. And
they can hook their carabiners to my rope and slide it along so they don't fall.
so
Hopefully.
are you going back for Belgrip, or are you going to wait for them to come down?
I'll bring him.
Okay.
If I see that Wargrim has got him, then I'll set another python and slide down to the ledge.
So Wargrim, I'll start with you since you're with Belgrip. I need 4 checks from you in a row.
Can I assist?
I mean, if you want to bark orders in his ear.
Whisper sweetly.
You sure? Yes. I assume you got a grip on anything that looks stable. So give me a check.
I'm trained in athletics. It's athletics or athletics, right?
Athletics.
Yeah, it's athletics.
15.
15. That's fine.
Which becomes a 16.
16. Again.
15 again. I've rolled 7 twice.
Nice. Okay.
I assist again.
All right. You're good.
And so 20 now.
20.
Still an assist.
Okay. You're good. Before we go to 20, give me another athletics check, Rallo, to get down to the edge of the cliff.
20.
All right. You're fine. Okay. And now Wargrim and Belgrip.
24.
I'm pointing out all the best spots.
Okay. What'd you get?
24.
24? All right. Wargrim and Belgrup traverse along the descending path of pitons and ropes, and they land beside you shortly thereafter, Rallo. Rouse, I'll need 4 checks from you as well.
Okay, then. 11,
That's fine, yes.
natural 20 for
Natural 20.
26.
You're good.
23,
You're fine. And one more.
25.
All right. You guys successfully navigate down the chain of ropes that you've created and to the edge of the cliff face opening. Let's see, 90, 150 feet, basically halfway down the chasm, at least as far as you guys can guess, leaving you once again in front of another opening. Those of you with dark vision can see that there is a path that leads both to the east and west, a little further in. And you get, I'm going to move your token over. Mahogany. There you go.
Thanks.
Who's taking point?
That should be me, I suppose.
All right, which way are you going?
Do as I say. We're gonna go straight down.
To the, I guess, east. Yes. All right.
What do you want?
Sorry. There you go. You begin moving down the pathway to the southeast and see that it is a twisting area.
So watching out for traps along the way.
All right, give me a search check. Or not search, perception, sorry.
21.
21. You do not see any traps in the hallway here, so you're clear to go forward.
Quick, I want to use the spotlight to look down the west passage.
You want to look down the west passage? All right.
Yep.
All right, hold on. You look down the west passage, see it splits off immediately.
Okay.
And your spotlight can also tell that there's a chamber beyond.
I'll mention real quick to them about a chamber being right back here.
Okay. Let's check it out.
Okay.
Right then.
You head forward to the southwest, and you see that there's a largest chamber that is immediately. Sorry. This place smells pretty strongly of mildew and mold. You don't see as many where the chamber that you guys explored before had a lot of spider webs and things like this. This place is very moist, damp, sort of reeking and rotting.
Dank?
Dank, yes, would be a good description of it. The atmosphere almost steams. You can see in the light of Wargrim's bullseye lantern that the air in here is kind of wavering a little bit, as if there was some sort of horrible noxious fume. And the floors and the walls are just covered in grotesque mushrooms and molds.
Mm.
Do you think that might be flammable? Those fumes?
Give me a perception check, everybody looking into the room or taking a good look.
17.
17.
8.
Okay. 8. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary other than the thing I've described. However, Rouse, you see that amongst the lumps and discolored protrusions from the floor, you can tell that there are shapes in there of like armor. You can spy a shield covered with a thick crop of mold on it. You think you spy a sword or spear leaning against the wall that is basically just serving as a house for all kinds of mushrooms and mold.
A fungus trellis.
Nature check.
Give me a go. Do it.
I will also do a nature check. 12. Oh, 15. Sorry.
50.
15.
Oh, no. Okay. You're unsure of what you're seeing, Rello.
19.
19. This is a nature?
Yep.
Actually, I'm looking for an occultism, actually.
Oh, let me do that. I can do that one.
Can't do that.
28.
Okay. You look around, and from the signs, you see that there is a, just given like the odd smell, the weird kind of acidic fume you see in the air. This chamber is inhabited by an ochre jelly.
Oh.
And the more you look at it, you can see that while it might be like still right now, you can actually tell the protoplasmic mass of the creature.
There's a protoplasmic mass in the room that's slumbering right now. Okay, jelly.
You know that they are acidic, they break down flesh and bones, but they do not harm like manufactured gear. Like
They're like the opposite of a rust monster.
You say jellies? Like jams and jellies?
a delicious ochre jelly.
Yeah,
Not
Rello.
that pleasant.
Run in
It's a
there, get a
Vegemite
taste.
ooze.
Are we gonna fuck with this jelly?
Detect magic.
You detect magic. What is the range on that?
Let's see. Is 30-foot emanation.
All right. You
So I will move closer to it and then do the burst.
move closer to the cavern entrance and detect magic. You do get a couple of pings on your magical sweep.
Okay. Can I tell which direction they are?
One is toward the back of the cavern. You want me to mark it down here? Hold on.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yes, that answers that question. If we're gonna fuck with this jelly, yes, we are.
You get a ping here and a ping here. Sorry, let me zoom in. That's a Y more than an X. It's supposed to be an X, but it's not.
Good enough.
Because now we know that we can go toward the X marked magic or the Y marked magic.
There you go.
All right, then. I guess I'll go in there and get this party started, unless someone else wants to do it first. What do we know about ochre jellies?
What was your check again?
It was
Bugger?
28 nature?
28. Occultism.
Or
Okay.
occultism, my bad.
Let's see. They can sense motion through the air, vibration of the air. They are immune to acid, critical hits, electricity, mental, piercing, precision, slashing, unconscious, and visual effects. They are pretty dangerous oozes.
Immune to slashing and piercing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as I'm saying that, I'm adjusting the modular head on my innovation to bludgeoning.
Their most well-known factor is that if a attack would deal slashing or piercing or electricity damage, the ochre jelly has at least 10 hit points. He said abstractly. The jelly splits into two identical jellies with half the original hit. Like if you hit with those kind of attacks,
They split into more.
they will split into more jellies. Yes.
Huh.
With what kind of attacks?
Piercing, slashing, or
piercing. Yep.
electricity.
Oh, so I'm out.
Mm.
Not necessarily. The two halves will both have less hit points. There'll be extra creatures for us to kill.
You see me pull out a different weapon.
All right.
I won't go into my stance. I'll just kick it and smash it. Well, anything about fire in that list of things that they like or don't like?
I don't think so.
Nope. Fireworks fine.
You could light a torch and toss it in there and get its attention with that, and then I'll run in and start smashing it. Unless we got another plan.
I'm gonna mark off where the monster is since Belgrip is able to eyeball it. There you go.
Or do we even need a plan for something this stupid? Or are we just going in there?
I mean, are y'all all right with me shooting it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, then let's get it.
Also, if you shoot at a bunch, the GM will have to work with a lot of little monsters and he'll get frustrated and end the combat early for us.
That
Dude,
keeps
But
flirting.
a real thing would be to shoot it into a bunch of smaller monsters and then throw splash weapons at it, because the hit points of it splits, right? Like
Yep.
It's not too brand new. Like each one takes half of what the original ones hit points were, I think, but it gives you more targets to hit with AoE. So it's both dangerous because there's a lot of them now, but better for us if we're going to do AoE, which I have splash weapons I can throw at it. So yeah,
Well then,
shoot it. It's fine.
Well, then maybe I should be doing my wolf attacks.
Well, if that's all she can do, it's probably fine. But at the same time, if there's 4 enemies and they get 4 3-action turns, that's also bad.
That's true. Because they're going to be just as strong, they're just not as hardy.
I think so.
I'm assuming you guys are having these conversations in whispers as you're looking into the room.
oh, we're shouting.
We're gonna attack the jelly. I'm gonna make a vibration with my voice.
I pull out my megaphone while flashing the monster with my flashlight. The one right there. Look at it.
Now that we've come up with this plan, let's go back to our silent vigil.
Let me whip out my air horn.
Can it sense vibrations? I talk with my hands a lot. My tail has been wagging the whole time.
So do we have an order that we want to go in, or are we just getting in there?
Like the creature, you can't tell if it has spotted you or not, but Belgrup, you do sense that now that you guys have gotten in the hall, that its bulk is sort of like subtly shifting as if it's ready to contract and move.
It looks ready to pounce. Just before we do this, instead of attacking, I'm going to try, if we only get the one action, I would like to try to enhance my weapon first.
All right, then let me do that. You guys get a surprise action, and then we'll do initiative. How about that?
Okay, so for me, I feel like I should technically be able to hunt prey in a surprise round, right?
I'd say
Yeah.
so.
It would be your action, though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
My villain, I like writing the initiative for this because I just put jelly.
Hell yeah. Critical success on it.
All right, then you get the whole round, the whole combat for that, correct?
It's the same amount of time either way, but it does more damage when I get a critical success.
All right, so that's Belgrup. Rella, what are you doing in your surprise action or your pre-combat surprise action? I guess.
Centering myself.
Okay, Wilgrim, casting a spell or anything?
What I was going to do didn't work well. Okay, no, I just hold my action.
All right.
I actually cast shield on myself.
Okay, Rouse.
Yeah.
I study the target and make it my hunted prey.
Hunted prey. All right, then you guys go into like action mode, combat modes, whatever. Let's do initiatives. Rouse.
26.
26. Wargrim.
Okay.
That's not
16.
16. Rello.
12.
Belgrup.
18.
18. And Ooze. Let's do some rolling. What are my
37.
Okay. What is that? Oh, okay. All right. Rouse, you're first.
Didn't he just get a 27?
That was me talking.
Oh.
No, it's an ooze. It's not gonna go. It's not. They're very rarely gonna go first.
I'm sorry. I thought Belgrup got a 27.
No, I got an 18.
It's Rouse. Rouse, what are you doing?
I suppose I'm gonna flurry at it.
You doing moves? You're gonna do it from you can do it from where you are. Yeah. Okay. You're good.
Yeah. You gotta be kidding me. A 13 and a 9.
Oh,
13 and a 9, both hit.
You kidding?
I'm not kidding.
All right. So a total of 12 damage.
Okay, so this is piercing damage.
Yes.
All right, so hold on.
But hold on. So it counts as together for any resistances. Yeah.
So that attack counts as one attack technically.
Let me see what it says.
Yeah, both of them actually act as one attack.
All right. So
Bypass damage reduction.
You shoot your arrows in. The ooze splits into two.
That was quick.
Yeah. That's why I asked.
I thought you said it went below 10 hit points, but oh well.
I think he
all
said if
right.
it still had at least 10 hit points.
Who said what?
The creature, if it has less than 10 hit points, it probably won't split because it could kill itself. But I think that's what he was saying.
All
right.
That makes sense.
And so, with my next action, I am going to shoot again.
Okay. At which one?
Now, do I have to re-hunt prey?
Let's go with the one at the back being your hunted prey.
Okay. Well, then at that one, 17.
That'll hit.
And 7 damage.
It splits into another ooze. So there's all. Okay.
And then I am going to step back here.
All right, one ooze suddenly turns into 3 oozes as we move on to the oozes go.
Oh God. They beat my 18.
Yeah, I
Did
got
they
a 22.
really?
I got a 22 for the oozes.
Oh no.
This ooze moves into the hallway. This ooze moves up here. This ooze moves to the corner. So I got 2 oozes ready, willing to make attacks. Ochre's Jelly is doing their thing. We got 2 attacks on the lamb here. So who do we got here? Wargrim and Belgrip. I'll do Wargrim first. Wargrim oozes begin to slime out of the cavern around your feet and through into the cavern halls, as well as one near Belgrip. But the one that moves past you, pseudopods snake out, trying to get at you. Let's see. Oh golly. Okay, so one is definitely a miss on the hit at you, but the one is 30. Does that crit you or is that a hit? Normal hit.
21 is my AC.
All right, so it's a normal hit. Let's see.
Because of my shield.
All right, so hold on. I need a D8 here. All right.
Forgot I had a shield.
11, 12, 13, 14, 16 points of damage. 5 of that is acid. And hold on. I should have looked this up before the combat. I'm sorry. Does grab automatically take a hold if somebody has grab? If a creature has grab?
It's an additional action that requires it requires a check. If the creature naturally has grab, normally it doesn't account against their multiple attack penalty, but for other people it does.
Okay. So this thing just hits you. It does not grab, but it can. I need to remember that. Sorry.
It's all right. Yeah, it just came up for me twice in the past week, I think. So
so the grab takes up an action if they hit.
Yeah, if you hit with the thing, you can, and you have an action left, you can spend that action to grab.
Gotcha.
With the monster, normally with monsters, I don't know these ones specifically, but normally if the monster has grab as an innate ability, it doesn't count against the multiple attack penalty. Where like if Frakes or I wanted to hit somebody and then grab them, that would be our second attack. With the monster, it still attacks and grab with its full base attack bonus.
I got
it's still in action.
But it's still in action.
Okay. I'm glad to know that. On you, the creature swings, and I get a 30 to hit you too because I keep rolling 15s for some reason.
That is a crit.
That is a critical. It's also a grab attempt, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that. Or do you have to make that check? What is that?
You're going to roll. Let's see.
Against your normal DC?
Grab is attempts to grapple. Duh. Show me what that is. Stupid.
Every game's grapple rules suck. I don't care what it is.
This was a lot easier. I just can't remember it. The thing that I don't like is you go to the action grab, and then you have to go to the rule grapple. You would attempt an athletics check against my fortitude DC. My fortitude DC is 17.
All right, athletics. Let's see what this guy has in athletics. It's an ooze. So, so what is the DC?
17.
Yeah, I don't make it. All right, he tries to grab you. However, it does critical though. So
Yeah.
of
It'll bleed worse.
course.
How much?
I rolled incredibly low on the dice. So,
Oh. Your face made me think you were about to kill me.
no. Well, maybe your hit points are pretty low.
Yeah.
The all between the 6 dice I rolled for damage, it came with 14. However, the pluses also make it a 20. Make it a 28.
I am dead. I'm dying.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ochre jelly slams into Belgrup incredibly hard, attempting to grapple him, but it hits him so hard he falls back onto the ground. The pseudopods of the creature flail wildly, unable to catch a grip. Let's see. We're at you, Belgrup, who is unconscious. Belgrup, give me
My
your...
initiative moves to the beginning of the creature's go now.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right. But I'm at dying 2 because that was a crit.
You're
But I
at
don't have to
20.
roll anything yet.
All right. Wargrim, then. Wargrim, you got hit. You saw Belgrup just get one-shotted by the creature.
I was so prepared to do like area effect damage to all these things.
That would have been a good strategy.
Yeah, I didn't know you were hurt already.
I wasn't. Well, I mean, I was 2 hit points down.
Oh.
But even if I wasn't, that 28's still I think. Maybe I was 4 hit. Yeah, I'm 30 hit points total, and I was down.
I thought you were topped off. Sorry.
From the last time, it was like I was only down like 2 or 3 hit points. I was down 3 hit points. So yeah, that put me at 27. You did 28. I'm dying 2.
Okay.
It's fine.
So Wargrim, what are you doing? You see your friend your teammate in a bad shape. Oozes are surrounding you. What are you doing?
What would it take to grab him and pull him back out of the way?
I'd say an action. He's pretty lightweight.
Basically, I want to snatch him back here.
Okay. It'd be more of like a kick, basically, as you go. Like you just basically like trying to like
You just drug me away from it.
yeah. So yeah, if you're moving and doing it, I'm gonna say it's gonna take 2 action.
That's fine.
All right.
So that's 2 actions. And then I will use let's see, battle medicine on him, can I?
Can you use what?
If it's just one action, then yeah, that would be your whole turn.
It is so yeah, I can use battle medicine.
All right.
And then that would let me heal you for 2d8. So let me roll that.
All right.
10 points.
10?
Yep.
10 points. All right. Wargrim drags Belgrup away from the oozy aggressors and heals him for 10 points, which brings us to Rello. Rello, your go. You see these creatures are were split in by Rouse's arrow attacks.
And then they just put down my little buddy. So Rello's going to step up 1 action.
Mm-hmm.
Then spend a focus point, cast my key strike, and do a flurry of blows against the guy to the north.
Okay, top one.
Tech.
Okay.
If a 9 hit, then a 21.
A 21 will hit, yes.
Is that a critical?
No, you need a 24 to critical. Just so you know.
And I don't think they crit.
No, yeah, they're immune to that. Sorry, yeah, you're right.
Okay, so then that 29 is not a critical.
But they're both hits.
They're both hits, and they're both hits with my key fist.
Which is a bludgeoning attack, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay.
So not only am I just hitting them with a regular unarmed strikes, I'm focusing key into this to make it a magical strike. It's going to deal an extra d6 on both of them.
Okay.
And they're going to do, those are force. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my d6s are force. I can choose between force, spirit, vitality, or void. Did we know anything about if any of those are better or worse?
All of them will do damage as effectively as the others.
Okay. So this is, and all of these are going to add together before any resistances or whatever happen. So this is my first one plus 4. So that's 15 plus, that's 40. Shit. 15 plus 21 is 46. Is that right? 36? 36.
Damage?
Yes.
All right, 36.
Is that correct? 15 plus
Yeah.
21?
All right, you splatter a lot of this ooze against the wall. However, it is still up.
Okay. Then I have one last attack to do. Normal attack. Maximum map. Lowest map. Ugh, an 8 plus 2. 10.
Yeah, I
That's a
missed.
hit.
I'm afraid.
Oh, I thought it was 9.
No,
Yeah. She hit with a 9 before.
no, she rolled a 9. She hit with more than that.
Who?
She hit with a 12, which is the AC.
Mm.
All right. That's my 3 actions.
All righty, that was Rallo. We're at Rouse once again. Rouse, you saw your arrow only splitting the creatures, not really damaging them.
Oh, it didn't even do damage to him.
It didn't?
Nope.
You got a rock? Throw a rock.
I don't have anything.
These are very frustrating monsters. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like I asked you that before. You didn't say that before.
I did tell you what they're immune to. Piercing, precision, slashing,
I
unconscious.
heard precision. I glanced over piercing.
Yeah, acid, critical hits, electricity, mental, piercing, precision, slashing, unconscious, fire, visual.
Slashing is also immune?
Yep.
Yeah, so do y'all want me to do anything?
If it's not doing damage, then don't split them anymore.
Yeah, because I thought I was helping.
I did too.
The problem with this monster is the stats don't change no matter how many times you split it. So it always has the same to hit and damage on every time iteration you make. Unfortunately, it's so fucking terrible.
That's dumb.
I didn't make it. You can blame the Pathfinder 2 R&D team for this one.
No, it's dumb that I don't even have. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any area weapons, splash weapons, bludgeoning weapons?
Nope.
All right.
I have a bow.
Learning experience.
Well, I mean, I remember when she first made the character, I was trying to find ways for the ranger to do different types of damage, and it's a lot harder in second edition. First edition, you just bought blunted arrows, but that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Get you some throwing hammers or something.
Yeah, like I have the ability to do piercing and slashing, and that's it right now. Like I guess I could have I could have another, but I think I was just broke, and then I didn't buy anything else.
No, you're fine. Like this monster is basically designed to fuck with melee and range types. It's kind of up to your casters, which and bludgeoning users, which there are exactly half the team on that one, I think. Are you doing anything? Are you holding your action or?
Sure. Yeah. I guess I'll hold.
All right, I'm gonna put you on a hold. Let's see. That brings us to Belgrup. Belgrup, you suddenly awaken from your unconscious state. You have 3 actions. What are you doing?
I use one to stand up, so I'm not prone.
Gotcha.
You did 37 damage, and it was still standing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said. This is not a super weak monster.
That makes me think throwing my vials at them is not going to be awesome.
It might do something though.
I mean, it would, but I could do because I overdrive my device so much. I could do like I could do a D6 plus 5, or I could do 1d6 plus 1 splash damage. I thought that my initiative was before them, and the AoE I was thinking about doing was making my thing explode and doing 3d6 cold. But I'm not getting close enough to him to do that again. Not with 10 whole hit points. So I'm going to stand, I'm gonna shoot the one he shot at or he punched.
That would be the one, the northmost one. You can see it just near.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you're saying I can hit it from where I'm at, then I'll
Yeah,
take
I'd say yeah. They're spread out pretty evenly. They're basically almost conjoined, but yeah, you can tell one blob from the other.
Natural 3 got me a 12 to hit.
That is a hit.
Heyo. This is bludgeoning damage. Because it was smart enough to do that. 7 bludgeoning damage.
7 bludgeoning damage. Still up though.
Yeah, and then fuck. I think I'll just shoot again.
Okay.
Missed with a 10.
Missed with a 10. All right. Well, that brings us to the oozes go. These oozes are oozing. This one oozes past you into the hallway, and this one oozes up. The ooze that you're fighting, Rallo, does a full ooze attack on you. Okay. One indefinite hit, I think. Let's see, what is it? 19? Oh, Jesus. So 134 to hit you.
Jesus. Okay, that's a crit.
And 122.
That's a hit.
All right. Hit you twice. 4, 6.
Basically 3 hits because one's a critical.
Mm-hmm.
I might be dead.
All right. 39 points of damage altogether, unless you have any resistance against acid.
No resistances against acid.
Yeah.
39, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still up?
Yeah.
All right.
Coughing up blood.
Okay. Rouse, one ooze moves up to try to hit you. Let's see. What is that? Does 30 get you?
Smaller when they split. They did.
They do not.
What did you say?
30 get you, Rouse.
No.
Okay. It doesn't?
Why would it?
What's your AC?
Why would 30 get me?
Does it crit?
Does it crit you is what I was asking mainly.
Yes, it's a crit. Obviously.
Okay.
Oh shit.
All right. I missed with the other one, but oh man, wow, that's a lot of ones. 22 points of damage for the critical. This oozes back. And we're on to Wargrim. Wargrim.
I want to make a suggestion called retreat.
To the pit?
We got to. One hit can almost one-shot us, especially if they crit, which they're pretty much near about always crit.
I'm rolling really good tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I literally can't do anything except for make it worse.
To punch it.
Trying to think, bell grip. How could I? If I grab you and throw you on my back, can we go ahead and try to climb out of the way? Or I know you don't like to climb.
Oh, it's not that I don't like to climb. It's that I'm bad at it. I guess actually I'm not terrible. I've got a +5 athletics.
I'm only a +6.
Yeah.
I'm just going to suggest everybody retreat until we can come back here and take care of these with better planning.
Mm-hmm.
Splitting them was not optimal, as we now realize.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was under this that it would. Well, I mean, it split their hit points, right? But then when he did 37 damage and it didn't go down, I was like, oh well, fuck.
I just it has a lot of hit points, so they got split
like 90. If it splits evenly like that, and I did 37 to 1, that means that each of them have more than 37. That's like 120 hit points. There's no way we're getting that down before it gets us down.
Yeah.
I'm moving out, so we'll start proceeding on way. I'll make an athletics check.
All right. Go ahead and give me a check.
That is a 17.
All right, you begin climbing up the ropes again, moving out of the way of the opening of the cave.
Yep.
Any other actions?
I think that lets me move about like that far.
All right.
Rough.
Well, no, you have to move 45 feet upwards before you can move.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, well, then how I'm going to do that is I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Wait, climbing?
Yeah,
Are you
you know,
just are you free climbing the wall?
no, I'm climbing the rope.
Okay.
The rope goes up 45 feet.
Yeah, the
And
rope
then-
goes up 45 feet before it angles
So
off.
yeah, so I can only move 20 foot. 25.
Okay.
I got 25-foot speed, so I move at half speed.
Yeah.
I think climbing you move quarter speed. I could be wrong.
I gave you guys pretty easy checks, like because I know it's gonna. I didn't want to do like fucking 25 checks for.
Well, you attempt an athletics check to move a maximum distance of 5 feet up, down, or across an incline
That's per action.
per action.
I was condensing it a bit for
Mhm.
time's sake.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
Shane
but
determines the
we're in combat, so
All right. Well, then that will let me technically move what? 3, so roughly 15 foot up.
15
Yeah.
feet up, yeah.
yeah.
All right.
All right, that was Wargrim's go. Then we're on to Wargrim. We're on to. Did I skip the jellies? No, I did not. All right, Rallo, it's your go.
I was also gonna, I guess, pull out.
You're gonna take any parting shots before you go, or
No, fuck that. I'm using all of my action to get away from there because I am alone, surrounded, and people are leaving.
Okay.
Is there any way I can grab Belgrip as we go?
I'll let you expend an action to grab Belgrip if you like.
All right. What-
Well, if you're going to do that, let me go first because you can only get 5 feet up the rope.
Yeah, don't grab me.
All right, so yeah,
You
if you
want to
move-
be grabbed.
No, I don't.
You want to be left down there
No, I'll go
while
before
it's their turn.
I go before they go.
No, because I'm about to go and there's only so much room on the rope right now.
I understand.
Yeah, I'm gonna die if I get hit again.
Yeah, so
Russ.
will I, but keep going.
No, I get
Oh,
to
sorry.
there and I get to the edge.
Rallo, give
Wait.
me your athletics.
Yeah, that's what I was asking
No,
if I
I'm
could
not
go
climbing.
first.
I'm not climbing. I'm getting
You
to
just
the
go-
edge.
All right, you're on
Okay.
the edge. All right.
I'm waiting for everybody else. I'm not going to abandon 2 of my teammates.
All right. Then it's Russ's
We
go.
could
Russ.
do it. We could have done it more efficiently if I went and then you went. But we could have done it all in this round.
It took all 3 of my actions to get there.
Why?
Why would it take 1, 2? No, it only takes 1 action to get there. What are you talking about? You weren't
I
you
don't
weren't
have
knocked
to
out.
tumble through them. Oh, that's right. I don't have to.
Yeah, no,
tumble
they
through
don't
them.
have any attack of opportunities.
Yeah, I'll delay.
I mean, but they're in the way, right?
They're in the way, but you can like leap across them. Like there's no. I'll just like if they had like reactions that to hit you with, I would have said by now.
Mm-hmm.
And then something you could do is when you get there, instead of going up the rope, actually free climb. So you're on the wall. So that way we can still be climbing up the rope. And,
Okay.
you're not, and you're not blocking anybody. And you probably have the highest athletics check.
Mhm.
What do you mean the highest athletics check?
Me, I have the highest athletics.
Oh,
check.
you do. Yeah, gotcha.
So basically, if he moves out there and then just basically crawls on the side of the wall, that basically frees up room
That's
on the
actually
rope.
what I was going to do, but I'm actually going to delay because if I'm not willing to let my teammates get left behind,
You guys are 3rd level, right? I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. But we're like, yeah, we're all but mhm.
No, I know it's a new monster. You haven't faced it before. It's fine. I was just wondering if I had my encounter calculator correctly. Go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, Ross is gonna go and try to move up the rope.
All right, give me a athletics, please. Where are you at, Frakes? Could you move your
17.
closer to
I
where you are?
delayed. I delayed.
Oh, okay, 17. Yeah, you're able to shimmy up the rope some.
And then 13 to try to go another 5 feet up.
All right, yeah, you get almost right up where Wargrim is.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
All right, let's see. That would be we're at Belgrip's now. Belgrip.
I've been waiting for a moment to use this ability. So I use a move action to go to the edge. And then I it's only 1 action to do that thing.
So I use a move action to go to the edge, and I'm like, come on, you Rello. And I'm going to no. Which one's the one that's like really hurt? The one there in the middle?
The one to the west of Rallo.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, so I move to the edge. I take a second to adjust where the rope is, and then I do an explosive leap.
Okay.
I jump 30 feet in any direction without touching the ground.
Okay.
But when I shoot, because they're 15 feet above me, I want to go 15 feet above them and then grab the rope
Okay.
while I'm up there. So
All
do
right.
I need to make a roll for that?
I must say no. You can just leap up and grab the rope.
Okay.
Right.
I can't use the explosive leap again for 10 minutes.
Okay.
But with my last action, I will attempt to climb 5 feet further up the rope
All right.
to
Give me
give them
athletics.
more space. 12.
That's fine. All right. So that was as the jellies go. Rallo,
Nope. I delayed. I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
I'm gonna use 2 actions or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna get out there, and then I'm gonna free climb along the side of the wall.
All right.
24.
You're good.
And then again to get a little bit further up, 24 again.
All right. You're fine. Everybody's out of the caverns and onto the ropes hanging above or onto the walls nearby. How long are you guys waiting there? That's the question.
Well,
Going back up.
Fuck waiting.
yeah, we need to go ahead and climb on up.
Yeah.
Let's see. That was Rello. Wargrim.
Because we need to perform some healing and
Regroup.
yep.
All right. You guys move up a bit, and you see as you're moving up, one of the jellies come across the exit and like begin to like feel around the edges as you're moving up, and then it sort of disappears back into the caverns.
Stage is bullshit.
Could Belgrip have gotten a shot off with his bludgeoning gun?
I'm not gonna.
All right.
Wait, Mike, climb the wall after us.
Valid.
All right, so you guys are hanging along the walls of the pit, and either on the rope or against, or basically free climbing in the case of Brallo.
Back to the ledge we left.
You're going back to the ledge you left?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're all about to die.
All right. Then give me 1, 2, 3. Give me, since you guys have all moved up pretty well.
We could climb back down to the ledge and hang out on this ledge if it's going back, instead of climbing all the way down into the thing. We just see if it's still down there.
Yeah, you go.
You're about to die. Definitely.
Yeah, probably.
And I am probably gonna die if I get hit one time, but I might take 2. Maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
I close one nostril and snot rocket out blood. And I'm like, yeah, all right, let's go.
Okay. Everybody give me the acrobatics checks to get back to the area, the previous zone.
Athletics check.
Athletics check, sorry, yes. Who's that?
That's a 14.
14's fine.
Okay.
16?
16's fine.
Same, 16.
All right, that's fine.
18.
All right, you're good.
My next one was a 9.
Oh, that's not so good. You are having trouble.
18?
You're good.
25.
You're fine.
Got a 14, 19, 19, and then a 15, 17.
You're good. All right. Everybody give me one more except for Belgrip, who needs to give me 2.
23.
25?
You're fine.
6.
What'd you get?
8.
8. Oh gosh. Belgrip, you're having the hardest time shimming upwards on this rope, dragging with your pack and your gear, and you're kind of like lower strength than everybody. You're having trouble ascending this rope back to the previous area.
Can I try
19.
to Okay.
19. Or
19.
did I fall to my death?
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm just trying to make sure you don't get like a natural one on the way back. So,
And then a 22.
all right. And only person I'm missing on is one more from Rallo. Rallo?
26.
All right. Eventually, everybody gets back to the previous area. I'm not going to bring out the map. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Okay. And you guys are basically left on the ledge there. When you guys get there, I need everyone to make a perception check.
25.
23.
23?
I refuse.
Okay, that's fine.
I rolled a 9.
14.
All right. What'd you get, Jeff?
14.
All right. Rouse and Rallo, while everyone's like settling out back onto the ledge of the previous area, you both hear the sounds of people rappelling downward from above you. You hear the sounds of people, struggling and grunting against things like, I can't believe they just left these here. And when you two look up, you can see dimly, if you have dark vision, and not terribly clearly if you have low light vision. Someone is rappelling downward from the top of the dungeon entrance, the lip around the pit, toward the first area.
We did not leave our grapple hook up there. We did not. We unhooked it.
Oh, you did leave your piton there.
What piton?
The one you attached your grappling hook to.
No, we just hooked the grapple hook up there and just.
I remember Frank specifically saying he puts a piton up there. Okay.
I thought there was some kind of hook already up there.
No, that was at the other side near the portal.
Yep, he's right.
Okay.
He's right. I did put a piton in so that we could unhook the grappling hook.
All right.
So then I'll say, well, we didn't leave it. We are holding it there.
But yeah, you hear people struggling down towards you as you guys are setting up. But it looks like they're taking their time. What are you guys doing?
Healing, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before they get to us.
All right. When you guys, it takes a minute or two for you guys to heal. Who's doing the healing and what kind of healing are you doing?
I just did a natural 20 on myself.
All right.
That's a critical.
Mm-hmm. Was it 4D what? D8?
Yep, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, horrible. 12 back.
All right, 12 back.
And then I gotta do some more.
I do a burst around us and do 12 points of healing to everybody.
Okay, well then I don't have to do no more.
That is lovely. And thank you for that. But I'm going to need so much more.
You said 12?
Yep.
I'm only 8 down.
But you're still wounded. So
I'm still wounded. Oh, yeah. I do.
Yeah, so let me try a treatment on you. Ooh, a natural 20 on you.
Hey.
Hey, hold on a minute. For 21 back.
I'm happy.
That means I can monopolize our doctor's care.
You take the risky surgery.
I'm got enough hit points to risk it.
Well, risk it you shall. So
yeah, Rouse makes it a point to work on herself.
What, you don't love me?
I mean, you're great, but a little
points of
scary
damage.
sometimes.
Your bedside manner leaves a lot to be desired.
I'm just using a scalpel to cut away the excess dead meat. So
It's come from different schools of medicine. That's okay.
Well,
4 points of damage. And then, let's see.
Can't deny your results.
the you hear a bit of screaming from above you. Ah, God, spiders! They're all over me! Oh!
20
Oh,
points.
those poor bastards.
20 points, you say?
Yeah. 20.
Excellent. That is very nice. Could do a little more. Just about 11 more if you got it left in you.
I mean, I can extend it for another 10 minutes.
While
Yeah.
you were while you're working on that, you hear the sounds of spells going off, and the chasm itself, the pit itself, lights up as incendiary spells go off above your heads along the walls. Shortly thereafter, a rope unfurls and lands on the ledge next to you, and quickly sliding off of it, giving off both smoke and steam, is a halfling that lands on the end of the ledge, patting fire out of their armor and their hair. Ah, jeez, ah, jeez!
Yeah, the spiders are kind of rough.
The halfling looks up at you and says, "Oh, hello.
Howdy doody,
Hi.
friend.
Are you?" The halfling takes off his goggles and looks at you as you're working on your comrades. And he's like, "Are you folks?" He looks at the cavern. He's like, "Are you guys delving this area?"
Yep, we were.
He looks over at you curiously. Were?
Just out for a walk.
What a weird question to have asked. Yeah, no shit. Sorry, we've had a real rough go of it.
He points at the cavern entrance. In there?
Oh, no.
Then I point at our pitons that are just tapered across the cavern to the other side.
Down there.
He looks down at your pitons and the rope extending around the cavern and further down. He's like, "Oh, so you guys have cleared this area?"
Yeah, all the way up to here.
All right.
You know, if you would like to use our pitons across the cavern, it would only be a small fee.
He looks at you and says, "Are you serious?"
You know, we would be giving you the lead.
It looks at you suspiciously for a moment and says, "I'm gonna have to confer with my group." And the halfling grabs onto the rope and begins to shimmy up it really quickly.
Now light it on fire. No.
This is how we solve the spider problem.
Yeah, until the fire, Rouse was nodding sagely, like, yes, yes, yes. Get the money. Get the money.
So was Wargrim still continuing to heal me?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, cool. I don't want to use a potion if I don't have to.
All right, so you're left with it while you guys are patching up. You're left with a decision: let the team that's coming down after you go ahead of you, or try and quickly get back to where you were.
I'm not in a hurry to die.
But
Correct.
does anybody have something that I can borrow? A club, something of bludgeoning that I can hold on to for this fight?
If you probably go back into the room with all the webs and the bones, you could probably find a mace or a hammer amongst that if you're looking for just a basic weapon.
Did we not search that room?
You searched it, but there was not a lot of like valuable stuff that, like I told you, there was a lot of old rusty equipment and whatever you guys got that was actually valuable out of it. But however, now value is a different metric.
So you said a mace?
Yeah, if you duck back into the area where you guys cleared with the oozes and the skeleton, you can find a mace in and amongst the spider covered bones.
That'll do.
All right. So yeah, basic mace added to your character sheet.
12 points back.
12 points back. That might actually get me where I need to be.
Thank you.
I don't understand why they took away blunted arrows.
You while you guys are like doing this, a rock drops down to the edge of the core to your ledge. Attached to it is a note.
I'll look at it.
All right. The note is hastily written, and they said, "We'll take your offer to use your pitons. How is 10 gold sound?"
And go to let these fools go fight that fungus for us.
Well, first of all, I don't feel like we should be tricking them.
No.
I'm not saying we don't tell them the fungus is there.
Because we basically, Rallo said we had cleared. We have not
Cleared.
cleared.
We've cleared up to this point, is what I said.
Yeah.
Down to this point should be the way you say that.
semantics, but yeah, sure.
Like you don't see much. Like you can see vague silhouettes and shapes at the top of the ledge that are looking. They're looking over in anticipation of what you say.
I will go over and clarify.
All right. What are you clarifying for them?
We have cleared down to this ledge.
Yeah.
The rope, go ahead.
See, I knew it was clear.
From here over, there is a monster in the cavern on the other side over there. So you can use what we've already set up if you want to just, but it is not cleared all the way down. So anything past this point, we're not responsible for. But we do have a rope and pins already set up for you. And
another note drops down attached to a rock. It's a question. Did you already loot the cavern you're in front?
The one we're already in?
Yes.
One we're also?
Yeah.
I look at him like, what do you think? Yes?
All right. Hear a voice called down distantly. Okay, we're coming down. And,
offer us no aggression, we'll offer you no aggression.
Of course. A team of adventurers, 4 of them, come down the rope while you guys are finishing up your healings. Rouse coming out of the cavern, dusting off an old mace. The team is you. They look at you and they say, "Oh, it's you," and it's the same team you guys met on level 1. They say, "Well, you guys did a great job getting out of the first level. We thought you'd be well ahead of us by now."
Yeah.
They look at each other and they talk for a moment like, and they sort of mutter to themselves like they're talking, like like they're just talking to each other about like what they want to do. And then finally one just busts through the rest of them and says, "All right, so you've already set up this path for us. You say there's a monster at the entrance that
Right inside.
He looks at you guys like, and your tended wounds like, did you manage to injure it at all?"
No. I mean, I think we did, but we also turned it into 3, and I'll tell them what it is exactly.
The one that in the party that looks kind of like they're more of an arcane bent goes, "Aha, yeah. Well, if they do rejoin or they stay separate entities, then that puts us at least a slight advantage. They're not going to like get better from rejoining or staying separate. The one that's injured is going to stay injured, and the injury will stick around if they reincorporate. So we have a better fighting chance." You say you used an arrow and they split?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Well, that's what the bestiaries I've read tell me. So at least I know that's an encouraging sign that he looks up around the pit, says, "This dungeon is strange, not like we've normally delved before. He points to the badges they're wearing. It's giving us information as if it's trying to help us. Is anyone else getting that? Or is it...
Are we getting that?
Yeah.
It told us about the fall hazard and the poison hazard."
Oh
yeah, I guess it did tell us that too.
Yeah, now that you mention it, there was a hazard or two that popped up.
He nods and says, "Well, if you don't mind us going first, we will attempt to take out the next area."
Okay, well,
Have fun.
ooze hazard.
What does their
ahead.
party consist of?
It looks like they have a very traditional party. A halfling rogue, a half-elf wizard. There seems to be a human fighter, and a dwarf wearing the certain holy regalia.
None of you guys happen to have a sling with some bullets or anything, would you?
The halfling begins to check their pockets and says, "Yeah, I got one." He pulls it out and says,
I look over at Rouse, and in real life over at Mahogany, I think the best option for doing range damage bludgeoning is a fucking sling.
It is, and it's better because I'd actually have a chance to hit, probably.
The halfling holds it out and then pulls it back from him. It's like, "How about we do 5 gold for the passage?"
Let me consult my notes on how much a sling normally cost.
Not much. Actually, you can tell, looking at this halfling, there are slings all over this creature. He's got them tied around his thighs. There's one around his arm. He's just got a bunch of extras as if it's like,
Can I just tell him never mind and attempt to pickpocket a sling off him?
You use a sling to tie your hair up?
Slings are normally free.
Free copper?
3 copper. 3 what?
Free. No, not 3. Free. Price. 0 gold.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
they're basically just straps of leather, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I
mean, I
got
could probably,
one.
yeah, I could craft you one.
But the halfling smirks and says, half off? What do you say?
No deal.
Oh, come on. We're all in this together. We're all trying to be, he looks down, waves his hand, king.
Man, I'll lean over to my crew, Soto Voce. I mean, it's fine with me. I mean, we weren't going to get any gold until they came along. 5 gold's better than 0 gold, and you get an already crafted sling that you don't have to make yourself. Greed is the greatest advice.
That's not
humanity
greed.
can have.
I think the crafting rules say that the time it takes to craft something is based off the cost, and if the cost is nothing, I can have one made before they get across the chasm after paying us 10 gold.
And if you want, you can make one out of silk.
Ooh. Fancy
I'm
sling.
just trying to make everything equanimous, but whatever. It's y'all's choice.
The half elf extends a hand. Well, I mean, this is the second time we met, and that's the second time you've taken money from us.
Yeah, but second time that we've gifted you something also.
It tells you, my name is Markin.
Nice to meet you, Mark, and good day. I'm Rallo.
Wonderful. Wonderful to meet you. At least one of you. Everyone seems to be... He gestures towards upwards as if outside of the dungeon. Everyone seems to be at odds, but, I think the key to defeating this dungeon is teamwork.
To a certain degree, I agree. I think everybody is trying to deal with their own personal demons and their own experience-driven outlooks on life.
Right.
And so I think it's just everybody's a little suspicious of everybody else because nobody knows anybody's motives or where they come from or what they've been doing. So I think it's fair to be on our guard with each other. But at the same point, I see the benefit of being friendly.
You sure like to talk. Yes, I agree, though. The
Big
dwarf...
ideas.
The dwarf pipes up and says, you guys get any of those victory coins?
Yeah, got a few of them.
Yeah, we got some from y'all.
The other, they nod and the halfling rolls his eyes. The half elf rubs his temples. The fighter and the dwarf look at each other so you can buy stuff from the pretty devil girl up in level 0, right?
Her name's Drill Nut. She has a name.
The fighter smiles. I remember.
Yeah, we haven't
Have you come
actually
across-
seen the price wall yet, so we don't really know what we can purchase from them.
Yeah, prize wall. That's what I was thinking about. The prizes.
Oh, are these useful for something else?
They both shrug and look kind of non-committal. But the half elf brings the party around. It's well, if you don't want to take the offer, here you go. He digs into his pouch and pulls out 10 coins, painfully offering it to you. You can see the smile on his face is not entirely genuine. If you give us passage without any problem, here you go.
About 8 gold, 2 gold per person, and we just stay friendly.
He smiles. Well, that's great. And he pockets the other 2, passes the other gold along.
You might have just saved one of our lives with a potion with this, mate.
He smiles, and the halfling immediately leaps on the line and begins to head down.
We'll
Followed
keep
by
your ear out. If you start screaming in agony, we'll come give you a hand, maybe.
I actually set up across the cavern. We're across the cavern, so like I then take my lantern and shine it at the entrance so I can see what's going on over there.
all right. They're actually pretty appreciative about that as you see them climb further down and around the chasm toward the next entrance.
I'm done making the sling for Rouse.
All right. you run inside. You gather enough silk to basically weave a fucking brand new sling for Rouse.
Hey, halfway, look.
Wave it at him.
All right.
What was his name again? The halfling's name?
The halfling's name you did not get. The wizard's name you got was Markin.
Markin the Wizard. And that was the only name that we got.
Spell
Yeah.
it.
Markin. Markin.
It's like a toupee for your vagina.
That's a merkin. But yes, Markin is the last to go whenever they go around, and you see Markin basically pulls out a pair of what do you call manticles and cuffs himself to the rope as it goes down.
That's one way to do it.
All right, so everyone is healed up and ready to go, and let's take a commercial break. All right.
All right.
I think that commercial break might need to be the break. I hate to do it. It's almost 10.
I gotta pee.
Like I said.
All right. So while the other adventuring crew, after paying you your 10 gold, heads down and deeper into the pit, and you guys watch them go. Let's call it here and pick it up next time. Let's. Does anybody have any screenshots for this episode? Something that they want to remember it by.
Us just scrambling, hauling ass back up the rope.
Yeah,
All
with
right.
absolute fear on our faces.
Okay. Fear running from oozes up a rope. Got it.
That's it. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened.
These little sound bubble right above my head saying retreat with me hauling ass towards a dangling rope at the entrance of the cavern.
Okay. Anybody have
And
any?
Bell Grip leaping past.
Oh yeah, like just zooming up with your fucking rocket pack or whatever you're using.
My innovation
Nope.
can explosive jump.
Using your fucking Zorg weapon to fucking fire yourself in the air.
It does a lot of cool things, but apparently it doesn't do a lot of cool damage.
Mm.
Well,
It's
we
better
wouldn't
than
know
no
because
damage.
you died immediately.
No, I shot it once. I shot it once.
All right.
See, you forgot because it was so little damage.
Anybody got a good idea for the title for this one?
It's not I gotta pee.
It's not I gotta pee.
Oh, okay.
Slime time after prime time.
Prime time.
Sure, that'll work.
Anybody got a better one? No, mine's terrible.
No, I'm just kind of in shock.
The tactical retreat is something, or just retreat, exclamation point.
Well, that spoils everything that happens in the show.
I mean, but you don't realize it until you get to it.
All right, well, fine. I'm just
Jelly
calling
donut. I think the title should be jelly donut.
Just call it treats.
Jellies and jams.
Yeah.
Jelly filled. There you go. Jelly filled is the title.
Oh, jelly filled. Okay.
All right. Anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. Check out our links, Patreon, etc. Have a wonderful evening, and join us next time for more of that time I rated the Unconquerable Mega Dungeon. Music sting, chum chum chum.
I don't know if I want to do the music sting at the end too.
Oh well, never mind.